Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
At first, I thought art was all about just pretty colors and nice perspectives, but it's actually more about the meaning and how it affects the people who look at it and think about it. It's actually more supportive than one would think, because when you come here, it's like I'm seeing strangers, I'm so nervous, but when you actually come here, I've made so many new friends and so many people who not only are friends with me, but who support me in things that I do in the daily life. I spend most of my time in here, and I'm honestly not mad about it. With some places you go, I've spent so much time in here, but here you enjoy it and you want to stay for longer, but you're like, oh no, I have to go home now.
So Lama is an activity which I didn't really know of at first, but after I went there, at first I didn't really want to make any friends. I just went there because I just went to the flow. But after I started to go on more and more every day, I started to go home and I think about the activity. I always go home thinking about, I want to go to this place again and again and again. I started making more friends. I started to become more comfortable, and I had the lack of social interaction given to me again. Because I constantly crave that, but because of summer, because of school not being there, I couldn't really have it. But this program really helped me because it's helped me talk to people more. It's helped me make new friends, and it's helped me in basically everything. Lack of social interaction, lots of people don't really have that because of the COVID-19. But now, because of this, it gave a lot of people a chance to really talk to people and really get to know each other. And advice, if you ever see this, Lama Junior, I advise you to join it. It may seem silly at first with all the games, but once you start going in more and more and meeting more people, you will start to realize that you really do need this and really does help you in ways that you don't really know. You may not really like the games at first, but if you think it through, and if you have a deep thought about it, you would know that these games are very important to you, and it will help you more and more in the future, making new friends at school and everything like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the events and activities of Youth City 2030 concluding on Thursday, August 25th under the slogan, "Let us connect again." The amazing city, which is organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports alongside Temkeen as a strategic partner, brought together a large number of youths to train the youth on many different skills and hone their creativity. And to shed light on some experiences of the participating youth, we have with us here Noof Buchiri, Ahmed Al-Awadi, and Yusuf Ali. Well, good evening. How are you?
Great. We're all good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So a lot of energy going on here, a lot of positivity. Thank you so much for joining us on Bahrain Now. But before we start, even with the questions about Youth City and your experiences, let us know more about yourselves. Starting with you, Noof. Tell us more about you.
Well, hi, I'm Noof Buchiri. I'm a 16-year-old who's really interested in art.
Okay.
So I really love colors, markers, and all of that.
Amazing. Simply said. Well, thank you so much. Ahmed.
Ahmed Al-Awadi, 17 years old.
All right.
I'm in Nasim International School.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually have been in this seat once before.
Really?
Yeah, for Injaz Bahrain.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So I joined Mediant Shabab.
Okay.
I actually wanted the entrepreneurship program, but
Right.
sadly I couldn't join in that as it was full.
All right.
So I then joined I Speak,
Okay.
and I genuinely didn't think I would benefit anything from that.
Hmm.
But today I have something else to say.
Amazing, amazing. Can't wait to hear about that, all of it. And now heading to you, Yusuf.
Yusuf Ali. I'm 21 years old. I'm a
Okay.
student at Bahrain Polytechnic studying mechanical engineering.
Okay, great.
I've always been fascinated by engineering and mechanics, so today I'll be telling you why I have joined Tiny House.
Amazing, amazing. When I hear all about Tiny House, pretty much got my attention, to be honest. Now let's ask you, Noof, pretty much. Tell us about your experience at the drawing program.
Well, it was a really good experience.
Okay.
At first, I thought maybe we'll just learn how to draw or like how to paint, but
Right.
it was the exact opposite. We got to learn new skills and techniques in arts, as if how to draw a model
Right.
and how to make a pattern.
Right.
And we got to learn a new skill in watercolor that
Okay.
I wasn't familiar with before.
Really? Wow, wow. So you've been an artist for how long right now?
You could say since I was a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
So pretty much going to Youth City was no brainer. I'm gonna do arts and drawing.
Yeah.
It just fit right there. Love that. Awesome, awesome. So we're gonna, maybe one day we're gonna have you with another interview just about you and your arts. How about that?
Sure, of course.
Let's go with that, let's go with that. And now heading to you, Ahmed, I Speak. What's that all about?
So from the first day, you think that you're learning something new.
All right.
I would just like to start off by thanking Coach Kamal and Coach Abdurrahman.
Okay.
They were both of our coaches.
Wow.
So I believe that from the beginning, you start gaining confidence. And it's something you really notice throughout yourself from the beginning.
Right, right.
So it's basically a 3-week program.
okay.
And what happens in these 3 weeks is that every day it's something new.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk to you about one of the things
Please.
we did. So what you do is we had a table topic.
Okay.
What this table topic is basically you go up in front of everyone.
Right.
They give you a piece of paper, random topic. You've
Okay.
never heard anything about it.
All right.
And you start talking about it.
Awesome.
Even if that means lying about the topic you at hand,
Just
you
talk
have
about
to
it.
yeah, you just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It really helps you going forward.
Okay.
It helps you to not be nervous, I guess.
All right. Creativity and improv skills.
Yeah, improvisation,
Wow.
basically.
I would have loved that, to be honest. What kind of the topics you actually had in the program?
Anything you could think of. Anything. You could literally be talking about basketball,
Okay.
then talk about something,
NFTs.
yeah, NFTs.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It actually was one of the topics, you
I'm
know?
sure it was. I'm sure it was, definitely. Well, good stuff, man. Awesome, awesome. So, did I Speak and pretty much did with the public speaking and learn more about your confidence and filling that confidence tank when it comes to public speaking is a really cool deal. Well, awesome to hear that. Now, Yusuf,
So,
tiny house.
so what is Tiny House? Tiny House is one of the programs related to innovation workshop. It's all about designing and creating a small mobile car-shaped house that
Okay.
consists of bedroom, bathroom, and a kitchen.
Okay.
It was a very fun program. So one of the challenges that we've learned is
Okay.
that we are tight on time. We had a 1 month time to finish the house. So it's good to train young people to think about ways to improve and overcome the housing crisis that may occur in the future.
Right.
So
Right.
and many practical skills were learned, such as the plumbing, welding skills,
Wow.
carpentry skills.
Awesome.
All these skills were learned, and I've gained a lot from this program.
I'm sure you did. I mean, housing has always been like a topic for years and years and years. Only in Bahrain, we talk about the entire world. It's like how we're gonna have the houses, what kind of material, and every few years we kind of come up with a new engineering way. Well, before you use bricks, today we're using like kind of material that you can actually build on the spot, or do 3D housing, which is pretty
Yes.
much you print the house entirely with machines. So seeing that you guys are dealing with a lot of that and building a tiny house and just going with it, by any chance, is it for sale?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Look, the moment you are selling those houses, let me know, okay? I don't
I'm
mind
sure.
like having a house on the side just to
No
escape
problem.
from that. Like after TV, it's like I don't want to talk to anybody. Don't go to my tiny house. Thank you
problem.
very much. All right, now tell us more about your activities and how you experience after the Youth City right now and how you feel about it.
Well, if I would explain it, I would say that they're preparing us for the future, for future jobs. For my drawing program, after we did all the artworks, they made us make a art gallery so
Right.
we can sell them. And some of the artworks of my friends were sold already.
No way.
Yeah. So not only my program, I saw other programs that were that they were learning about graphic designing.
Okay.
So they're teaching the younger generation how to get ready for the future and the future jobs.
Wow. I mean, it goes without saying right now with the new world coming in, becoming more digital, becoming more aesthetical, you know, and design before used to be just like a hobby. Now it's an integral part in everything we do, you know. A designer is called for anything right now, whether from clothing to interior designing, you know, pretty much having a logo for a show like Bahrain now, we never know. And pretty much tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna be here today just designing most of the shows over here. You know, that happens. We do need a designer every day, that's for sure. So thank you so much for making that happen. It's very inspirational what you're doing. So you want to pursue more into the art world, I would say? Okay, cool, awesome. Well, we'll see you again pretty much on another interview, I'm sure of that. Awesome. Now, Ahmed, now I speak, right? Presentational skills, public speaking, all that kind of stuff. Now you're done with the program. So what kind of lessons you feel you can take along after this?
The first thing that comes to mind when you ask me that question is probably confidence.
Okay.
Going into everything with confidence, even if it means everything is on stake.
Right.
You go into it with confidence, and you'll be able to do it.
You know, coming from a guy who's been pretty much, I think, been talking on stages and TV for like a good 10 years, right? Every episode, even this talk, presents you with a new experience, a new word, a new way of talking. It's never been like one thing in that setting, just gonna go with one base and you use that in everywhere you go. So I just learned from you a few things right now, you know, how you can actually take a topic and just talk about it. That's something that everybody can do. So honestly, good stuff, man, really good stuff. So I can't wait to see you again, maybe in Jaws, no, for Youth City, in the future, maybe the master or the champion of Toastmasters, I don't know. Or maybe you're gonna take my place and just present. Anything can happen, man. Make it happen, definitely. Congratulations for your amazing achievements, that's for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And now, Yusuf, advice. What do you have to tell us?
So, for an advice for people who are interested into innovation fields, my number one advice is always work with what you have. Don't say that I need this to start working or I need that to start working. Just start with what you have. Look at your guidelines, look at your agenda and everything, and start with what you have. And make sure that you are working with a team that is highly motivated to bring a great outcome. And these two advices are one of the best advices that I can give you, and that will really help you.
Amazing. I can feel like it's been a beautiful stepping stone for you for the future. And I can see that you're going to do it again next year maybe, right?
Yes.
Next summer. It's like, hey, sign me up for next summer, 2023. I'm there. Thank you very much. That's my seat. So thank you so much for being with us right here on Bahrain Now. And we can't wait to see you again, maybe even next year with more experiences and more skills. And I can't wait to see your designs as well. That's for sure. Well, we'll see you again in another episode.
Thank you.
Deal?
Deal.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful talks and positivity, all with the youth of the Youth City 2030, all that taking place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, welcome back. We continue with our topic, which is Youth City 2030. The outstanding event is closing tomorrow, and we have more participants here in the studio to tell us more about their experiences. We have with us Yasmin Hussein and Abdallah Isam. Well, good evening. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Oh, thank you for asking. So that's it, right? Youth City done pretty much, and you had an amazing time, I'm guessing, a lot of fun. So before we start with the questions and all of that, a little bit about yourself, Yasmin, if you don't mind.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me here.
Definitely.
My name is Yasmin, as you said. I'm a fresh graduate from Abdurrahman Khan International School.
Okay.
And over there and within my community, I am known to be a person who is always up to something, always making a video.
Okay.
So that's something about me. I really love that.
Awesome.
And that should tell you something about why I picked the program that I picked in Youth City, which is digital media.
Amazing. All right. We'll talk about that in a bit. Heading to you, Abdallah.
I'm Abdallah. I am a student in high school.
Okay.
I'm going to my senior year this year.
Okay.
I'm 17. I have been through a lot of things. I have learned a lot of things. I'm open for more things to know.
Amazing. Simply said, right? But very powerful and effective.
Yeah.
Now, back to you, Yasmin. As you just mentioned, you like making videos and making things happen, which pretty much led you to join the digital media division, I would say. Tell us more about that and that experience.
Okay, so before that, I really am glad to have the opportunity to talk about YC.
Okay.
I think I owe it a lot of my growth and the person I am today to
Okay.
that. I think because I've been joining since I was 12 years old, and the first program I joined was,
Since you were 12?
Since
you
I
were
was
there?
12,
You
yeah.
grew up over there, huh?
Yeah, and
Okay.
the first one of the first I joined was about public speaking.
Okay.
And I think if it wasn't for that program when I was 12, I wouldn't have had the confidence to talk here today.
Oh, you're doing great.
Thank
You're
you.
doing great.
Thank you. So this year, like you said, I joined the digital media program.
Okay.
I did that because, as I said, I love making videos, and I'm
Yeah.
also attending university next year at the American University of Bahrain, and I'm
Oh,
studying.
wow, AUB.
Yeah,
AUBH,
so
I'm
excited.
sorry.
So excited. And I'm studying digital marketing. So I thought this would be the perfect segue into that,
Okay.
and a way to get a more in-depth understanding of something that I really like, which is filmmaking, video making.
Wow.
Yeah, it also
Wow.
introduced me to another aspect of something that I didn't really learn about before, which is news reporting and through
Really?
social media. Yeah, it's really amazing. I feel like I've been learning so much.
Okay.
It's also great because I noticed that what I'm learning, I'm kind of noticing it more in real life now. So when I see an Instagram post and it's a news report,
Right.
now I notice I know why they put this thing here, not there.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to have this new
Very
information.
interesting. I mean, pretty much here on Bahrain TV as well, we have like an entire team with a newsroom as well. Maybe one day we can actually give you a tour of what's happening over there. So news reporters, they do a tremendous work over here, and they do an amazing job. They go out there, they cover the story for you, they come in, they edit it, and just make sure that it's ready before 7 p.m.
It's really
be
incredible.
injected.
It's so amazing.
It sometimes can be nerve-wracking, because like especially with time and all of that, but it's definitely never a boring moment
Yeah.
with that. So it's so great to hear that you actually been through all of this, like news reporting and video making and all of that.
Thank
So
you.
you see, we want to take yourself more further after this, like you
I
want to
would love
specialize
that.
more into that.
I would love that. It's really amazing. Like I said, I really enjoy making videos. I try
Okay.
to get the most out of every opportunity. So International Youth Day just came up, and I
Yeah.
actually filmed a video celebrating that in Youth City.
How crazy
So
is that?
yeah, it was really nice. I would love
Awesome.
to take it further.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, with digital marketing and all of that, you'll be a very powerful weapon
Thank
to
you.
use in the media world.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
awesome. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that.
Thank you.
That's a very interesting story. And now heading to Abdullah. How are you, man?
I'm great.
So now, Sports Academy.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing you're a fit person. You like to be active and all of that.
I try my best to.
Awesome. I mean, more than I am. That's for sure. It shows. It shows,
Yeah.
man. So telling us more about your experience at the Sports Academy.
So I've joined the course for the first aid and sports injuries.
Okay.
Okay, and people asked me a lot,
Mm.
why did I join this specific course? Out
Right.
of all the courses in the youth city, I have chose this course. First of all, I have been to youth city for previous years
Okay.
now, for a few years. I think this is my 4th year.
Wow,
There.
4th year.
So I have been to the media academy,
Okay.
the finance academy, and now it's the sports academy. And I'm telling people the first aid course is just like insurance. You'll get your insurance, you may not use it for a long time until you need it. And same thing with the first aid course. You will get the course, you will attend to it, you'll get a test,
Mm.
and then you get your license. You may not use everything you have learned,
You're right.
but one time you know you're gonna need it, all of it.
Interesting.
And the second part is the sports injuries. I have been playing sports since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
So it's
wow.
almost 12 years
Climbing
now.
the bed and falling off the bed and
Everything.
jumping
I have
and all of
tried
that. That's
everything
the
in
first-
sports.
Yeah.
So I have been through many injuries.
I'm sure you did.
Some of them are worse than others.
Oh.
And
sorry
I
to hear
still
that.
suffer from one I had in, I think, when I was 11, so 6 years ago now.
Okay.
I still suffer from it because I haven't treated it right in the first place, in the place of the event.
Wow. Wow. You know, that is pretty inspirational, to be honest with you. Thank you so much for doing that and sharing that story. When you said of the whole thing, we were at 5 and said, I've been through a lot of injuries, I was just thinking like, oh, wait, maybe, as kids, we always fall and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But we're talking about serious injuries here.
Yeah, some serious injuries.
So doing sports medicine pretty much gives you like a and I would say a perspective of things and how things work when it comes to your body and your muscles and the joints and all of that and how your body works. So when anything happens, you understand your body more than before. So that's very inspirational. I always want to learn more about sports medicine, to be honest. Never had the chance, but now hearing this as well is just more of like a push, like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, man, you know, bless you for doing that, really. I appreciate that. Now back to you, all right? So now this was a lot going on in Youth City. I mean, I heard like more than 2,000 people. Like you had your own community over there, your own neighborhood, you know? Every day you're gonna go there, and there's no way you know everybody, I mean, that's for sure. But tell us more about, you know, the participation that took place over there. How do you see it?
So it's like an actual city. It's called that, I think, for a reason, and that this year just proved that.
Right.
Every year proves that.
Right.
I think there is this magic, there is this charm that you can only find within the grounds of YC. You can only find it there. It's unparalleled.
All right.
And I think it's just because it's this hub that collects all of these amazing youthful people and amazing instructors and puts them in one place.
Right.
We really, really missed that during the COVID period.
Yeah.
When we had to say goodbye to YC, it was really sad.
Oh.
So it is really wonderful to be back within that environment, back within that really inspiring place.
Okay.
And you can just sense that inspiration, that excitement from every participant. Everyone is excited to be there. And when the program was started, like when it first got announced,
Sure.
there was such a buzz on social media. Everyone
Yeah.
was excited. Me and my friends were excited. And
Awesome.
I remember when the registration opened, I wasn't even in Bahrain, but I made sure I was somewhere with
gonna
Wi-Fi.
register.
Yes, I was somewhere with Wi-Fi so I can make sure that I get myself a spot.
I need some Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Wow, Youth City.
So-
I'm here somewhere in Zimbabwe. No, I'm just kidding.
So the place is just full, always full of life, always buzzing with activity. There's always something fun going on. Last night there was an a cappella performance by the a cappella group.
Really?
Yeah, and there was a speech competition by the speech participants.
Okay.
There are galleries that you can look at that display the artworks, the fashion designs, and the creativity workshops.
So much fun.
It's really beautiful, and that's the beauty of it. That it's so dynamic. You're not just there to learn.
Yeah.
You're there to learn and display your work. You can learn, and then you go look at what other people are up to, what other people are doing. So that's one of the other charms of YC.
Youth City came a long way.
It has, yeah.
Like it came like a long way, and it's just every time I get to hear more about it and what's happening and what takes place over there, it just shows me that the progress and the development that takes place every year, it's not like a little progress, it's a leap, it's a big gap. It's like, okay, we've done this year, next year we're gonna go crazier and bigger and better. So from what I'm hearing from you and others as well, it's like it makes me feel like I'm not jealous. It's not like I didn't have much going on, you know, when I was in your, you know, time frame and age and all of that. But it just definitely like there's an abundance of information and experiences and classes and things to learn and experience, way more than what I had. So I'm glad to see that you're actually going through this and experiencing all of that. So it's so good to hear that. It's just really a positive vibe coming out of you guys.
Truly, it's a positive place to be. As I
Right.
said, it's once you enter that place, you're filled with inspiration.
Love
It's
that.
like once you're inside, you're ready to take on the world.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's take over. You're a digital marketer. Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Now, Abdullah, pretty much now you've been talking about sports medicine and the emergencies and all of that, which was a really interesting way of how you shared your story and what actually sparked the idea. But what's the importance of it?
I mean, it's actually really important, and the emergencies,
Right.
we all need the first aid kit
Right.
everywhere.
Yes.
Here in the studio, at home, at any football stadium. And if anyone watched a football match, they would see the ambulance and the medical crew are there every time. So they have everything they need
Right.
to deal with any kind of injuries that happens on the pitch and
Okay.
even off the pitch.
All right.
So
It's pretty important.
yeah, it's really, really important.
Now, do you see things differently after this experience? Like, I think you see things in a different way. It's like, hey, don't sit like this, sit like that. Hey, don't kick the ball like this, kick it that way. Don't you know you're gonna cause an injury? Like, do you feel like you're pretty much in a different place now?
Actually, yeah, I think so. I mean, I changed the way I'm sitting right now. Before I used to bend my back, and lots of things. Even when I play football with my friends, I play a lot with football with my friends.
Yeah.
I put my I have lots of things in my mind.
Right.
So I would say my eyesight is way more important than getting a goal with my head.
I never heard that before.
Like this, and like my knee is way more important than tackling that player.
Right.
So lots of things. You just gotta be careful before you play, in the game, and after you play. Gotta be careful. You gotta stretch out before every game, or any kind of sports, not just football, even in bodybuilding or anything.
Right. I mean, exactly. I want to see for the rest of my life. I don't want to get a concussion because I just didn't want to miss a head butt or anything like that. And knees are very important. You're absolutely right. So now, pretty much, I think anybody would be lucky to have you at any soccer match at this point. It's like, oh wait, we need Abdullah on our team. Yeah, you know, it's like, hey, but he's not a striker. I don't care. He's a sport medical personnel now. We have him with us. So you add a lot of value to wherever you go now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, again, I'm not jealous that you guys get to learn all of that. I mean, I get to hear about it, but hey, all is good. All is good. So now, as I've been pretty much receiving this amazing energy from you guys, you know, dynamic and positive and all of that, and I can assure and feel that you're going to do it again next year as well, like as long as you can, that's for sure. And now, if you're going to leave me with last words or advice, what's that going to be? Starting with you, Yasmin.
I would say if you have ever the opportunity to, and this is for every youth person, everyone that possibly can join, if you have the opportunity to attend YC, don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's truly fantastic. You will go there, and then you will not only meet amazing people, not only come out with incredible new information, you will look at certain things in a different way. You will have a more detailed understanding of something you never thought would be so complex.
Right.
And it's always delivered in a way that's so easy to learn. It's and not only easy, but also fun to learn. It's not a place where you would go and sit and learn theory and then leave. It's a place where you go, you learn, and you get to apply. It's like it offers you this environment to apply what you learn. When we learned about conducting interviews, we were sent out to conduct interviews with the participants.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, never say no to an opportunity like Youth City.
Would you ever consider one day maybe be a presenter of a show? But like, I don't know, Bahrain Now, like something like that. Like, you want to be an interviewer and moderate conversations. Would that something you want to do maybe in the future?
Yes. Are you gonna hook me up with that?
Well, let's talk offset. Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Abdullah.
So I would tell everyone to join a first aid course because, as I told you before, no matter the age, if you are young, you are old, any kind of age, you need to know about first aid because some people have like their loved ones die or something. They couldn't do anything because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to perform CPR or perform anything else. So you can prevent that by learning CPR and the first aid things at any age. And the earlier the better.
Right, the earlier the better, that's for sure. You never know, you might actually save a life. You know, along the process of you just walking every day and living your day. But hey, again, I think Bahrain is in safer hands because you're around. People like you pretty much walking around, being equipped with sports medical information. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate both of you for being here and for actually experiencing that and conveying your stories to me in this matter. Really, I would say, can't wait to see you again, maybe next year with more experiences and more stories. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Most definitely, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, more stories, more positive energy, all that took place with participants on the Youth City 2030 took place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. Another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. I'm Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, good night and God bless.